Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spyro. Last time I was trying to talk about politics while being consistently distracted by the game. I remember on this level there's some trick that you have to do to find some secret area that has some gems. Um, we'll get to that shortly. But I wanted to talk about politics a little bit more. Sort of complain and criticize more the current system. How do I get back? Oh, okay. So, I guess what I'm talking about as sort of the supposedly the wrong way to do politics is party politics. Um, Sweet, got it. So first of all, it's pretty strange. Wait, did I just see the secret area? I can't tell. First of all, it's kind of strange to say, hey, here's the two disparate opinions or ways of thinking, and the correct option ultimately will be one of the two. That's that's crazy to me. That's nonsense. Like, okay, maybe it would make a little bit more sense to me if I knew anything about politics. Um, I've talked to people that seem to know about politics, and I really haven't gotten anything out of that. Oh my god, crap. Like, I haven't seen that there's a way to where that makes, like, that's the ideal solution. Like, I understand that there are actually more than two parties. Um, but when was the last time that someone other than a Democrat or a Republican was elected? It's been so long. So I think party politics does something pretty heinous, which is it it generates all these labels that make me run into a wall. No, that polarized people unnecessarily, making actual discussion on the issues at stake almost impossible. Which is why politics is one of the taboo things that you don't talk about. Well, that didn't work. It's one of the taboo things that you don't talk about, like at work, for example, or with your family. It's up there with religion. Um, and I understand religion, not talking about religion, a lot more than I do not talking about politics. Because, at least in some cases, where do I go? Where in the world do I actually go? Oh, hey, oh, never mind. Yeah, politics can at least be partially based on just logic, and religion is, at least in my opinion, based on faith. And it's a lot harder to argue about faith than it is to argue about logic. Dude, I'm at a loss here. Do I think I go up this, like... Yeah, I go up this. Then I jump and take a left? I'll try that. Okay. So maybe it's not inherently a problem with the political system as much as it is like a social problem and perhaps a media problem. Oh, hey, I'm dead. Dang it. And party politics doesn't even actually do what it portends to do. Like you'd think that Republican, conservative, liberal, Democrat, those labels would refer to sort of a system of beliefs or a set of beliefs and ideals. Oh, thanks. You'd think those would be kind of just sort of catch-all labels for a system of beliefs that you expect the politician will use to govern their decisions. So I need flame breath by the time I get up there. But how will that work? Huh? Oh, what do you want? I'm somewhat confused. I don't think there's any possible way to talk to this person and do a supercharge. Especially if I go the wrong way. Oh my goodness. But how can that be the case when, like, I've heard politicians praised for quote unquote voting across party lines. Like, I acknowledge that it's good for a person to do what they believe in, but clearly if the party... Oh, well, that killed me. Clearly this is an indication that parties aren't well defined enough to be it's just not a label that contains enough information to inform a voter. There must be another fairy here. Yeah, okay. No, I'm stupid. There is. But clearly labels don't have all the information that voters need if they're going to vote across party lines, and in fact people want them to vote across party lines, because then they're not, in a sense, they're not doing what they said they would do, if indeed that's what a party affiliation means. I don't actually know what it means for a politician to be a member of a party, honestly. I'm not sure if anyone does. I assume somebody does, because they sure talk about it a heck of a lot on TV. But man, I'm just completely baffled by it. So I've seen can you kiss me again? No. Oh, is this like the permanent upgrade? The permanent flame thing? I think it is. So once, I think that's all the gems. So that there exists a website, sweet, that will like match, through a survey, will like match your views with a politician. Which I think is a really great tool. It's infinitely more informative than simply Democrat, Republican, liberal, libertarian, just all those labels. Like, I think we need to realize that we should be voting for what decision we want to be made. It's much more useful to vote on a decision we want to be made rather than a particularly party, because I don't think any party in particular represents what anyone wants. I don't know if it ever has, because I don't think a majority of people agree completely with one party or the other. Therefore, it should be the case that neither of the two parties are ever elected, because if they're not making the majority of people happy, then what is the point of their existence? Oh hey, we still got more time. There's 2 levels left, meaning that I have to do the flight. Oh boy. Okay, I'll sort of fit in a few attempts of the flight, I suppose. See what happens. So yeah, I'm kind of annoyed with party politics, mostly because I don't, well, at least partially because I don't understand it, and well, because I don't understand it, I'm not sure whether my dislike of it is completely well-founded or not. I don't know, maybe someone who would say that they get politics could clue me in. But I think it would be more useful that if... Because, yeah, so when voting happens, we don't even get out of it the information that we need to get out of it, which is how everyone feels on a topic at a particular time. Like, we're not voting on the important things, which are the issues. We're not voting on those. We're voting on who to elect, which ultimately doesn't solve the issues. And it's sort of an assumption that, oh my god, I missed a lantern. By assumption, the fact that something is an issue means that the public wants something to be done about it. Nope, I should take a left. And our elections don't typically actually result in any issues being decided on. Well, mostly because, like, the Congress people or whatever who are elected don't agree on a particular issue. And I think that's partially because we don't have the ability to put people in Congress who all agree on an issue, because we don't have sort of that information to vote on in the first place. So we'd never be able to make that happen unless, I don't know, you do an absurd amount of research, and then sort of comes an issue where crap it all. You freaking helicopter guy. I hate you so much. Oy vey. And so then you have the issue where I don't know, we're pressuring politicians to have an opinion on an issue that they weren't really voted in to have an opinion on. And ultimately, a decision is going to get made. But it just leaves the door open for a lot of strange things. I'd like to have an idea. Like, if I were trying to govern people, well, gee, it'd be a really nice thing to have an idea of, oh, gosh dang it, of what people actually believed in. Oh, gosh, dang it. Like, if everyone suddenly was like, crap, which way do I go? Was like, hey, no, I think that's the wrong way. Hey, who cares about global warming? Let's just burn a bunch of oil and coal. Regardless of whether that's the right choice, we should have sort of a government that can address things like that. Like, either you take the stance, well, if the majority of people think we should just, screw nature. I need to go back the way I came to finish the helicopter dudes. I understand now. Okay. So I just saw him there. Oh. If the majority of people believe that we should just destroy the environment, not really trying to say that I have an opinion on global warming, but if the majority of people believe that, then we want a government that will do that. Because that's kind of the point of government. If that's the point of government, isn't it? Like, the government is there to do what people want done, so if that's what people want done, I think I will come back around and get the boxes. Okay. I think my video has been long enough at this point, yes? And thank you for dealing with my bizarre conversation on politics. Yes, I think we'll start another topic in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.